All right, day 169, coffee with Kenny. Don't you love charcoal grill? It is the best. But man, waiting on it is the problem. But I am doing a little trick here while I'm waiting for him to get nice and gray. I'm throwing on some baked potatoes. Figured they're already wrapped in foil, right? So smoke ain't gonna hurt them. Hey, I had a question. Just came in from a member, not a member, well, looking to become a member. Police officer in a local area, looking at the dream of becoming a helicopter pilot. And he said, hey, your video was a few years old that you did on the cost for a private pilot. He goes, would it be different for 2019? And I am Kenny Keller, creator of Helicopter Line Ground School, by the way. So I thought I'll just reshoot one here while I'm getting things ready to eat. This is actually a good question. He's right. The video I did was several years ago. So I just did some research real day, and I came up with a number of $3.50 an hour versus the video I did those years ago. I said $2.50 an hour, and I said that was on the low side. So when you want to know how much is it going to cost to become a private pilot, you have to look at what school you're going to, what aircraft you're going to fly, because that's going to make a difference. I tell people expect 20 grand. So if you very simply do the math, let's say at $3.50 an hour for an aircraft and instructor, which is probably for 2019, you're going to be in that range. You might be lower, you might be higher. It just depends on the aircraft. But if you take $350 an hour towards the minimum of 40 hours that you have for the private pilot, there's $14,000. Next trick is average person gets it in 60 or 70. So it may take you 60, 70 hours. Took me 88 because I jumped around different aircraft, because I failed my first check ride. So when somebody asks the question, what's it going to cost me? It depends on your study habits, depends on your frequency of flying, it depends on what aircraft you're flying. So I say for 2019, you better spend, you better figure 20 grand. And in that video from a couple years ago, I know I had a lot of people in there going, well, that's ridiculous. It's 30 grand or it's 50 grand. And they got kind of crazy on their numbers. But again, it depends. I mean, if you're in another country, I've heard the other countries a lot of times are a lot more expensive. But in the U.S., I'm thinking in this day and age, 2019, probably around $350 an hour is where you're going to be at for an aircraft and instructor. Probably even more. But even the R-22s are probably getting close to that now. Again, depends on the company, depends on block time, which is a whole nother video. Nothing wrong with block time, but you got to be careful about your money. We've talked about that quite a bit just recently. So I'm saying for a private pilot in 2019, expect to spend 20 grand and probably more. So I just want to shoot this video real quick because, yes, the one I did was several years old, and I did it at $2.50 an hour. And I figured, put some different figures in there for check rides and books and different things. But, as time goes by and we talk about these subjects, it really is more apparent now. I can't give you, it's going to cost you, any one person, I can't tell you what's going to cost you because we don't know how many hours it's going to take you. But there's a starting figure for, let's say, an average around the United States, somewhere in the area of $350. You're gonna spend $14,000 minimum, okay? Because you gotta have 40 hours. For the add-on, if you're fixed wing pilot and you're doing the add-on, you gotta have 30 hours. So again, you take that times 30 hours. So for a brand new off the street private pilot, man, expect to spend now 20 or more. It's just the way it is. So again, research the school where you're going, find out what their prices are, find out if there's block time. But that's what I'm saying for 2019. Expect to spend $14,000. So I'm going to wrap this up because I'm getting everything ready to go to eat here. And it's a Sunday and summertime's here. We'll be back in Hogs Hangar tomorrow. Check ride. Again, we just called it off for tomorrow. We've had 2 beautiful days, Saturday and Sunday. Now they're talking crappy weather all day tomorrow. So we were scheduled last week, didn't go. Now we're going to go scheduled for Wednesday. Very typical. So we're going for time number 3 for Mark, our add-on guy. So we'll report back and let's see how it goes. So tomorrow we'll be back in the office, back in the Hogs Hangar. And not sure exactly what we'll do, but we'll come up with something. So thanks for checking in for day 169. Tune in every day. Subscribe. And when you subscribe, click the bell. That way you get notified of these daily videos. You can take our Helicopter Online Ground School for a 24-hour test drive. You can get that down below. And go and look at our training. And no, it's a subscription. It's a membership site. I just had a young man who's like, hey man, you know, I've had this for like 5 months and I didn't realize it was recurring. Well, all of our marketing for 5 months now, every day, we're talking about it is a subscription. You have to either self-cancel yourself by removing your credit card from the Hog site, or go on PayPal and end it, your subscription. Or ask us to do it for you. And this is in all our marketing, it's in our sales videos, it's in every video. It's pretty obvious at this point. So do yourself a favor if you want to go for the monthly membership after the 24-hour test drive. Remember, keep it as long as you like. Cancel anytime. You can do that yourself, or we can do it for you. So I'm going to wrap this dude up and get ready to eat. We'll see y'all tomorrow.